Welcome to Startup Hack. My name is Spencer Thomason. I am the CEO and co-founder of CleanRouter, as well as many other products. Here are some lessons that I've learned building a successful business while challenging startup norms. My challenge is to push you to rethink startup success. I have been a software developer for over 22 years. I'm married to my beautiful wife Carson and have 5 awesome kids. I started this channel to tell the stories I have about how we started a successful company, knowing nothing about how to start a company. Clean Technology is the parent company of CleanRouter, as well as many other technologies and products. This podcast is going to focus on the launch of CleanRouter. It is going to be about how we took this idea and passion and built something great. This is going to be a story, so make sure you go and check out previous episodes to understand all of the backstory. Welcome to Startup Hack.
Welcome to Startup Hack. Today we're going to talk about the Cinderella story that every entrepreneur out there dreams of. This is the fourth quarter with 30 seconds left story that a sports star dreams of. This is what entrepreneurs dream of. I'm going to tell you about the Cinderella story of bootstrap companies that grew, that recently was just announced to be acquired for $12 billion. Yes, that's 12 billion with a B. So Mailchimp founders started the company, have bootstrapped it through the years, and Intuit announced recently that it would acquire Mailchimp for $12 billion in stocks and cash. Unless you think just the founders are the only ones that are happy with this, it's estimated that approximately $300 million worth of stock is going to be assigned to their employees, to the nearly 1,200 employees in the area. Mailchimp has had a Cinderella story. They grew from an absolute fledgling startup of nothing to where they had over 800,000 paying customers with 1.2 million total customers. So again, 800,000 paying customers. And I love to hear these stories because these were ones that, when you compare, when PitchBook compiled a list of all of the other IPOs and M&As, and they looked at these, vast majority of them were like telecom or cable sector or other small IPOs, but none of them were bootstrap companies that had zero system or zero money brought in. One of the nearest closest competitors they could find was Mahjong, who was bought for $2.5 million. That's the makers of Minecraft that Microsoft bought for $2.5 million. Was one of the closest ones they could find. But now Mailchimp has this Cinderella story that has smashed the next closest thing they could find from it. A lot of people are questioning whether Mailchimp is worth $12 billion. It's interesting to see why Intuit's making this large of a play. They're trying to get into this business sector and to try to grow this sector. But in this space right now, this is now one of the best Cinderella stories that we've seen to date. Ben Chestnut, one of the original founders of Mailchimp, was talking about this and said it's an exciting new chapter for Mailchimp. He was one of the co-founders that started the Atlanta company in 2001 that's now grown to over 13 million users, ranging from small businesses and individuals to also large Fortune 100 companies. They have worked together to manage the customer data. Part of the acquisition that Intuit's buying here is not only just this 800,000 paying recurring customers, but the 13 million users and even these free users come with a massive amount of customer data. As I've said in many other different places today, the real currency in 2021 is not the paying customers. Those are great, but you can find those in any company. The big commodity in 2021 is data. You look at all the largest players, data. So what is Intuit buying here? They're not just buying a mail system. If Intuit wanted to build a mail system and even go get the 800,000 paying customers, I'm sure they could. But what they're purchasing here for $12 billion is a quote, a lot of customer data. We have all of the purchase data. The current investor said on a call on Monday. The magic is putting the purchase data and the customer data together, and that is why Mailchimp is worth the $12 billion. So all you startups out there, take note of this. We know that the sky literally is the limit. It took them 20 years to make this overnight success something that was worth $12 billion. And so I know from my own personal grinds and from the own struggles that I've had that it takes a lot of years before you see some of this fruition, especially if you're choosing to do a bootstrap company. And as one of the now Cinderella stories of this bootstrap success, Intuit is now acquiring one of the largest collections of data, free and clear, that has ever been purchased. So let this keep motivating you, entrepreneurs. Keep getting out there, keep grinding, keep hustling. We'll catch you next time.
Welcome to Startup Hack.